All right, everybody, welcome back to the Bug Forge. Man, I wish I had as much enthusiasm as like Alex Steele be like, I don't, not enough caffeine in me yet. So my second episode just aired, Fortune Fire Super Champs Edition, Super Champion. I wasn't the Super Champion. Thank goodness none of us were the Super Chump either. You know, we all represented pretty well, I thought. And sorry if I'm wiping sweat away all the time. It's hot as balls out here, man. It's like 98 degrees or something. Anything over 72 degrees is hot. Okay, so anyway, I'm husky. I'm a husky fella. Heat bothers me. So anyway, I got eliminated right before the testing in this episode, and the crazy thing is this is completely different, completely separate from any of the other episodes, right? It's a different format and everything, and we were confused what was going on. We had no clue. Honestly, we had no clue who we were competing against, how it was going to work out. We didn't know for sure if we were competing against a judge or if we were, honestly, we didn't know anything about it going in. Didn't know, they didn't tell us the testing, any of it. Okay, it's just like, do your best, kind of thing. And so that was nerve-wracking, let me tell you. But what happened is I got all of the 52-100, the great big ones. I set them in on top, and instead I welded a mark on the canister. And the way the canister was, a new canister, I thought I could tell, but once I crushed it down once or twice, that went away, and I lost it. And I knew that I should have put it on the rebar on the handle of the can, and so then I could find it easily. But I didn't, and so after that you just kind of have to go with it to finish up. And so I did, but I got all the 52-100 of those big ball bearings on one side instead of the top or the bottom. I got them on one side, so when I clenched, bananaed. Okay, and so to get that straight again, I would really have to, well, there's two things that I would do. That was my first mistake, is losing track of where my steel was in the canister. Keep track of that. That's just a tip for anybody else going on Forging Fire later, or for just forging canister or Damascus or anything, right? I do that at home, which just drives me insane, that I didn't do it on the show, but damn, man. The clock is killer. I am not kidding. You make stupid mistakes because you look up at that clock. And anyway, and I was nervous, man. You're competing against like 3 other stud muffins. Spicy Mike is awesome competitor. He makes more chef's knives than anything now, as far as I know. And he's got a duck in his I think it's a duck. Yeah, okay, so he's got a duck in his shop that wanders around. It's his little buddy. I love that about him. I dig little ducks. And chickens too. We used to have chickens here, kind of how, well, yeah, we're just not set up for where we're at. So anyway, or I would have like a chicken on my shoulder right now. Redneck parrot, the chicken. So anyway, John's active military. Respect the heck out of that guy. He's a very kind guy, very nice, caring, smart, very smart young man. Just moved to a new shop and new town. I don't know if that was promotion or what. I haven't visited with him about that. We're all still friends on online on social media. We text back and forth, and I message Mike, Spicy Mike, to get some tips for grinding like chef's knives and stuff. I'm doing way more of those now, and I love it. I love doing that. But you start getting the thin steel, and there's just a couple grinding techniques that I needed to pick up, and I still need to work on. It's not that I've arrived or anything like that, but I'm learning, getting better all the time, I hope. And then Colin, he's a funny dude, man. And obviously a great smith. Go follow Michael Curley, Spicy Mike, 7th Dragon Forge Works, I think. 7th Dragon, I don't know. You can research him, on YouTube. No, I'm wrong. On Facebook, on Instagram. And I don't know if they have YouTube or not, okay? I don't know. But Facebook and Instagram. John Nagel on Facebook and Instagram. And then Colin Sage on Facebook and Instagram. Now, I do know Colin's on YouTube. I don't know if he has his own channel. He's on Makers something or other. Can't remember what it is. educational channel or something like that. He's on all the time. He's kind of famous dude. He's a funny guy, man. Puts out some funny videos, but he's dedicated to this, and he did a great job against David Baker. Kudos, props to Dave Baker too. I know he'll never see this; he doesn't care, but I still give props and kudos to the judges. Anybody who puts themselves out there and competing, because really it's a no-win for them. If they win, it's like, well, yeah, they're the judges. They're supposed to win every time. If they lose, it's like, oh, well, maybe they're not as awesome. But they are. Okay, they really are good guys. All of them are very nice. Jay, Ben is a great guy. Just really, really nice. He's got a rough persona on the show, but he is super nice, man, too. And Doug as well. Doug Marcotti, you know Doug. He's funny. He does coffee in the morning, does his little morning show. I try to watch most of those, or some of those, the ones that I can catch. He's a great guy. David Baker as well. He just moved from California to, I think, Virginia. I don't know, but he does have a YouTube and a Facebook presence, Dave Baker Blades. And so I encourage you to go follow all of those guys. There's not a bad dude in them, honestly. They are good guys. Will is actually Whiskey to Whiskey on Instagram, and he's a great guy too. Honestly, just salt of the earth kind of guys, superstars, super studs. So it's my privilege to meet with them and kind of hang out for a little bit with them too, which I thought was great. Okay, so I had to do the canister challenge, and I got that warp. I got all the 52-100, most of it on the other side, the small bearings with the 1095 powder on the other side, and it just warped it. The 52-1, actually it was on this side, the 52-100 just pulled it, and it pulls. It does, and so instead of on top having all of, most of the 52-100 or on the cutting edge, I got it on the side because I got messed up where it was in my billet, and that was my mistake. If I were to do it all over again, I'd chop it all into little pieces and just scramble them so it's all uniform throughout, and then I wouldn't have that worry. The second thing I would do is I would edge quench. If I'd have known the challenge, I would have edge quenched anyway, but I think all four of us would have done that, so not really an advantage. Okay, so this is the blade I made on the show. This is not the actual blade that I made, but I came home and reproduced it here. I did a canister with the ball bearings here. And that's how it turned out. It looks kind of, with a Damascus, it looks almost like x-rays of teeth. Why it turned out that way, how it did, I don't know, but it did. So, in kind of that same motif, I put some woolly mammoth tooth handles on it. Okay, handle scales. Fits right there in the hand. Pretty sweet. It'll slice and dice and cut julienne fries. Actually, this is just going on my display case with my other stuff that I made to replicate what I made on the show. So mostly I was mad at myself. They didn't show, you can see the distal taper there. There's no actual warp or anything like that. It kind of, I don't know. On camera it looks weird, but anyway. So, and then cutting edge too, all straight, nice, fancy. Anyway, I was angry at myself. I wasn't mad at the judges. I agreed with them 100%. They're great guys, and they had no irons in the fire. They're just like, the best knife wins. Anyway, it was a cool time, great time to get to know those guys. Fun time. I came home to make that just to prove to myself, because I hate losing. Okay, I'm a competitor. I hate losing. So I was like, Jay Nelson's like, man, I'm sorry I had to eliminate you, but it was just that handle and and I'm like, and the warp. They didn't talk about the warp much on the episode, but it was there even later. Okay, so mine had a warp and the handle issues. Oh, and they didn't show as I was finishing up the handle in the last minute. I mean, literally, it was nip tuck. 2 hours was pretty tight time frame to get everything ground out, to get the blade straightened and the handle on. If I'd have just had to put the handle on and sharpen it, I'd have been golden, man. 2 hours is nothing. But anyways, all right. So this is where my channel's going. And I want to thank everyone who supported me and like texted and messaged. I just got tons of support from you guys, and I really do appreciate it. I wasn't the super champ, but I wasn't really the super chump either. You can start calling me Magic Mike. Hello. I'm gonna start dancing. Get my leopard skin speedos out. The metallic print leopard skin speedos. Okay, so anyway, yeah, everyone, including myself, just threw up a little bit there. What have I been doing? Well, this is the first knife that I'm going to put up for sale after the episode aired. I got a nice D-ring sheath here from a saddle maker. I think I paid, I don't know, a bit of money for that. It is really nice, though. Saddle leather, tight fit. I mean, really tight, won't fall out. Great classic look to it. This is the blade. It's a Bowie type knife, hand sanded to 320, I think. Kind of a nice satin finish. I'm going to go back and just kind of refinish, resand, repolish. That's just that's not an issue there. That's the wax or something that I got on there. I just need to wipe it all down. Anyway, false edge up top here. Nice tall bevel, doesn't go all the way. It'll have secondary bevel on. I haven't sharpened it yet. I don't sharpen anything till I sell it. The fittings are mild steel blued, mild steel that I made myself here in the shop. You can't really see it, but nice tight fit up, no real gaps. This is a double dyed, and again, a lot of me close up. Don't want me, you want the handle, I'm hoping. Anyway, this is double dyed. You can see it. There we go, a little bit. Burl wood from Marcus Allred. I've gotten quite a bit of stuff from him lately, and it is really nice stuff. It's got a nice little drop to it with a rise in the back here. Fits the hand nicely. Got a little bit of a bulge right here, narrows down to here, right to the fittings. Nice tight fit up there. G5 epoxy, pinned. Should last a lifetime. So I'm gonna offer that up to auction here in the next couple days. That's the first one. I just made this yesterday, the day that the episode aired. I just made a knife, and I had the sheath, so I made the knife, and just I don't know. I needed to. Okay. What else have I been doing? Been making a few of these type knives, just kind of an everyday carry. This is a pretty nice one, the burl wood 80 CRV2, which is really nice steel, sharp. I need to keep polishing, sanding stuff. This is not ready to go yet, but this is what I've been working on. This is a little 3-finger, 4-finger blade. This one's a little bit longer that I made, about a 3.5-inch, 4-inch blade right here that will actually just do everything. Cut your packages, open the mail, look gentlemanly or gentlewomanly, or BA if you want it that way too. I don't care what you want. Okay, but anyway, and I'll have these for sale too. I'm making quite a few of these lately. They just fit in the hand, man. Kind of a funky handle shape it looks like, but honestly, it's just like, dang, you can do everything. Gut a fish, skin a deer and an elk, cut your steak, cut your cheesecake, stab something, a box. Okay, and then the other thing that I've been doing, other than the chef's knife kind of line and stuff, is and this is mine. I'm going to keep this one. I've been working in some stainless steel. This is Nitro V. You can see nice little distal taper there. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, something like that, right? So you can see the taper down there. It is straight, okay? It looks like, to me, I'm looking at the camera, I'm like, whoa, it like bobs off here. No, but it doesn't really. It's just the shadows, okay? After my episode, I'm like terrified of warps, but I got to figure it out now. So anyway, yeah, so this is stainless. Desert Ironwood. Again, these handles are from Marcus. Great job. I love Desert Ironwood stuff. I don't like working with it. It stinks like a mamacita, but man, it is super dense and stable, almost waterproof. So anyway, I'm just plugging along, man. Thank you again for all the support, all the help, all the messages, all the love, all the orders. I've been super busy making knives. I love what I'm doing, and I just really do appreciate everyone. Hit like and subscribe if you like this video. Please share the heck out of this if you liked it. You know, no pressure at all. Just, you know, I would like to get 10 billion subscribers. I'm an English teacher, but only when school's in. Apparently, I can't speak in the summertime. So anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, share. Thank you. Share the love, man. Love each other. Ciao.